Hi there, it's Tiffany from Daisy Farm Crafts, and today I want to show you how I've made this blanket, and I'll show you several of the stitches that I've combined here, but I've made it with this burlap bundle up. It is sort of like a brushed flannel type yarn, is the best way I can describe it. It is made out of polyester. Let me see where the label is. Yes, it's 100% polyester. It's totally baby friendly, very washable. I am using an I size hook and it's weighted a medium 4 weight. I really do like how it did work up though. It is very, very soft. I wish there was a better way. It's a matte finish. So just soft like flannel. That's the best way I can describe it. So anyway, all right, well, let's get started and I'll show you what stitches I used. Okay, well, this blanket, you can start with any number of chains that you would like. So for today's sample, I just chained a little swatch, but there's no pattern repeat or anything. I've kind of just used a little sampler of different single crochet stitches, if you will. So the first 4 rows are an extended single crochet, which starts like this. You just insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 1, and then pull through 2. So this is an extended single crochet. And that's what I used for the first 4 rows of the blanket. So if you can think about it, of extended is you're just trying to have that single crochet grow just a little bit taller with 1 extra chain before you pull through with 2. Now I'm also always just chaining 1 and turning for all of the stitches on this blanket. So after I worked 4 rows of the extended single crochet, I went ahead and I added in color. And for the color, I think I'll pick this nice yellow one so you can see it. This is called Duckling. This stitch is called a yarn over slip stitch, or maybe a half double slip stitch. I've seen it all sorts of ways. I cannot find an official name for it, but it's just a interesting way to make a slip stitch that gives you kind of a nice little rope look. Okay, so right away, I'm always starting in the first stitch of the row. This is my chain 1 and turn. So you yarn over, I'm inserting my hook underneath both little V's, yarning over, pulling up a loop, and continuing to pull through just like a slip stitch. So a yarn over, insert your hook, slip stitch. And I worked 2 rows of this. You can definitely play around with this stitch too. Sometimes we work it in the front loop, sometimes in the back loop. Depends on kind of the look that you want. For this one, I just wanted like a nice little rope look to go across for the color. When I get to the end of the row, I'll just chain 1 and turn. Okay, now here's kind of where the rope look, you can start seeing it. So yarn over. You'll see it this next time. It's just kind of this bottom that will show, because the top 2 loops, I am working underneath both V's. Now right here is, I've had to make a little adjustment because it's really hard to pull through with a new color with a slip stitch. So it's kind of, you just pull back through this cream, and I did carry it up the side, just as if it was a half double crochet. So that's just the one change on that. Now I just still do chain 1. Now for these next 2 rows, before I do the color again, I decided to just work regular single crochet because I really wanted to get the lines of color as close together as possible. I wanted like a narrow stripe look. So the shortest stitch, without it being a slip stitch, is single crochet. So I just decided to do 2 rows of single crochet. Don't forget that last stitch. It can kind of get tight on you. If you ever have trouble finding the last stitch of the row, always mark that, the first stitch that you make, so that you'll know. Like mark that stitch. Go ahead and put a stitch marker there. Then you'll know that's the last stitch of the row. So just work your single crochets all the way back across. Here I am at the end of my work here, of these 2 rows. So I'll simply reach down and pull the yellow going up the side, so I won't have to weave in any of those ends. I'll only have to weave in the first time I join and then when I cut off, so it wasn't too bad. Chain 1, turn your work. Let's start those yarn over slip stitches again. Yarn over, insert my hook, yarn over, pull up, and continue pulling through. That's the slip stitch. Okay, again, on the last stitch, I just have to stop right here and pull through with the new, this case is the new color, on as if it was a half double crochet. Chain 1 and turn. So I would repeat the color for 5 times. See that nice little rope that you get across the front? So after I had 5 color, I kept putting the 2 single crochets in between. Then I went back to working 4 rows of the extended double crochet in between the next color change. So just to remind you what the extended color single crochet is insert your hook, pull through the first one, and then yarn over, pull through 2. Insert, pull through 1, pull through 2. That's the extended single crochet. Okay, so let me just show you on the blanket what I mean. So let's see here. Actually, no, this was the last where I ended up. So here's those 4 rows of extended single crochet. Here's the 2 rows of the yarn over slip stitch. Here's 2 rows of single crochet, slip stitch, single, do, do, do. So I did 5 sections of color, and then I would finish with the 4 rows of extended single crochet. Now for the border, all I did was, after I wove in all of my ends, is I worked front loop single crochet, kind of, except for the first round. The first round I did do single crochet. So you'd want to try and make your single crochets as evenly spaced as possible. Generally, it works out to be 1 single crochet per row. So for me, I liked to do 2 single crochets for the end of of like the 2 rows together and then skip over that way instead of trying to work 1 and 1. Sometimes I'll just do 2. And I think that kind of made it look nice. I liked the line that I got. So this is just front loop single crochet. Nothing different about that. And then I worked a single crochet, chain 1 single crochet for each corner. Okay, so that's just a really quick pattern for you for this blanket. It turned out to be about 36 inches by 38 inches. Of course, I'll have all pattern details in the blog post and more written instructions and a printable written pattern. So if you're only seeing this on YouTube, please look for the link down in our descriptions and find the pattern on our website. All right, you have a good day.